Good morning, how are you all today? I hope you're all well. Hope you're enjoying October. It's a bit of a mixed day here today. The weather's a bit cloudy, the sun's out, so I've had to move round. I keep moving along the table. I started off over there and I've had to move my way around the table as the sun moves. But how are you all doing today? I hope you're all well. I just thought to come and say good morning and say hello before I get on with the rest of my day. I've got a lot to do today. I've got log splitting to do. I've got a mountain of wood outside, as I said yesterday, to get shifted. So I'm hoping to get some crafting done this afternoon and do my work this morning. That's my plan anyway. I want to go through my shop stock and get that photographed today, well, if the sun's out, and get that in my Ko-fi shop at the weekend. There'll just be a couple of items at the weekend, but just something for you to have a look at. And then I'll keep adding to it each week. I've also got a project that I want to do today, and it's this scarf. It's a lovely scarf, lovely pattern, and I was thinking of making it into a shrug for over my shoulders in the winter, because sometimes I don't want to wear a big cardigan like this. I just want something on my shoulders, and it's got a lovely seam along the bottom and a lovely scalloped edge, and then it's got this little crochet detailing at the side. And I thought that would be really nice around the bit that you see when it's open. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to join it together, and I'm going to try and stitch it where the scalloped edge is there, and use that as my join, because I don't want to cut it off because I want it in the middle. So I don't really want to cut it, but we'll see. We'll see how it sews up when I start sewing. But I think that'll be really nice. It'll add a nice little bit of detail. It'll join it nicely there. And I think that'll be really nice. So that's my thinking for that. I really love the colour, but I just don't want to wear it next to my neck. It's a nice colour and it's nice on. But it's long enough, I think, to make a shrug out of. So yeah, and it's wide enough on the arms to be a nice shrug. So yeah, that's my thinking for that. I did have another one. I had a lilac one, and I cut that up to do my weaving, which is on my weaving loom that I showed you yesterday. I need to get some more of that done, but I think today I'm just going to concentrate on doing things that I can do in the other room in front of the log stove. So I want to get on with that raw fleece for the lady down the road. I promised to make her a rug for the fleece that she got me. I've promised to make her one and her daughter one. So I've got a couple of lovely fleece to make it out of. I've got a Welsh Mountain fleece, like what I was showing you that I'd been spinning myself last night. But I'm going to do that in the raw. So we'll do that together, and I'll show you how I spin from just straight from the fleece. And I've also got a nice blue Texel fleece to use, which are rare. They are on the rare breed register. And it is a lovely blue-grey colour with bits of brown in it. So I'm looking forward to using that. I have used it once before. I've not done much with it. I've got so much fleece in my garage. It's unbelievable how much I've actually got. But I've got loads of plans of what I want to do once the garage is sorted. So that's the reason for me doing all the log splitting, because I want to be able to put my big tables up in there and do some wet felt out there. I know it's winter, but I love working outside in the winter. I really don't mind. I just wrap up warm, put a hat and scarf on, and off I go out into the wilds, as my dad would say. So, he always says I live out in the wilds. I live out in the sticks, which I don't mind. I quite like it. But to him, it's out in the middle of nowhere. But which it is, because there's no cars, there's no road. So I guess he's right in that respect. But anyway, I'm also thinking of doing a live stream this. Thinking maybe of seeing about setting up a knit and natter through the winter. And I thought we could do it as an interactive live stream. I will try not to witter too much at you, but I just thought it might be a way of us getting to know each other a little better. And you can talk to me in the comments section and in the bar. You have like a video screen, and then at the bar you can write comments, and I can answer questions, and I can talk to you, and you can say, well, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? And I can try and read the comments if I can see without my glasses on, and we can just chat together. I thought we could just do it for 20 minutes, half an hour, see how we get on. see how my broadband works. If my broadband passes out on us, then obviously it's not something we can do moving forward. But I thought maybe through the winter with the dark evenings coming, and I know there's a lot of people out there who are on their own, who just enjoy listening to me witter on, and I thought it might be something that we could do together. We could sit and knit together, drink a cup of tea, eat some chocolates, eat some cake, and just pass the winter and just spend some time together. So that was my thinking with that, because I was talking to a lady yesterday on my other channel, and she thanked me for my videos because she said that she doesn't see many people at the moment. She's quite isolated, and she enjoys being able to talk to me in the comments section and listen to me chatter about my garden and the other stuff I get on with. So yeah, I just thought, I was thinking about it last night, and I thought, well, maybe a live stream, maybe something we can experiment with, see how it fits in with everybody, because I know you're scattered all across the world. I know there's people in Australia and America and Canada, and I'm sure there's people in Europe that watch as well, and the UK. So I just thought that maybe we could see if we can get people together, and you can chat amongst yourselves in the little bar at the side, and I can chat along with you. Because we're nearly up to 400 subscribers now on my channel, and I've not really done much on the channel and made it work. So for me to get that far with the little amount of work I put in on this channel is actually really good. So, because I flogged my guts out on the other channel, I'm only on 454. Yeah, maybe there's something in that, don't flog your guts out. So yeah, so that's my thoughts on that. I am working on my Ariana cardigan. I've done a little bit on that, but not a lot. But I'll show you that later. And then we'll have something to talk about this evening. So I'm going to go and get on with my log splitting. Let me know what you think about live stream, and we will take it from there. So see you later on. Right, it's evening time again. I don't know where the day goes, you know. Anyway, I got my shrug done, out my scarf. Needs a bit more work, it's a little bit short at the back, and it's a little bit gapey here. So what I think I'm going to do is, just bring it in a bit. That's better. Yeah, I've done my shrug. It's a little bit gapey at the back, a little bit baggy, and a little bit baggy here because of this ruche on it. So what I'm thinking of doing is, I've got this lovely blue colour, thinking of putting it with this because it's near enough the same, and doing a band right the way around the middle, and I think that will make this a bit more secure here, and make it a little bit more wearable, because at the moment it doesn't feel right, but it's something I want to persevere with, so I'm very happy with it. It's a bit cold, put my jumper back on. Better, it's definitely sweater weather. It's not going to be at the weekend apparently. Apparently at the weekend it's going to go to 20 degrees. 24 degrees, sorry. But yeah, I'm happy with it so far. But it needs a bit more work. I think it needs a bit more work. So I'm thinking of along the edges here, and then round where the arms are, and then round the bottom. Thinking of putting this yarn with it, because there's not much difference in colour. Maybe a little bit darker, it might be a nice contrast, and just give a little bit more length. So yeah, that's my thinking with that. I'm pleased with it so far. Got an idea of what I want to do with it now anyway. I might just lengthen one side with this, and see how it turns out. If it doesn't work, I can always cut it up and weave with it, can't I? I've lost nothing. The other thing I've been working on, trying to decide what I'm doing, is that Ariana cardigan. And you know, I think I've left my little crochet squares in the house. Oh no, I haven't. Here they are. I've only done 2 so far. There's 1. There's 2. There's 68 altogether, but this is going to be my contrast colour. Let me see if I can alter the light for you. There we are. This is going to be the contrast colour, this one. Nice mix of colours. And then this is going to be my main colour round the blocks and joining everything together. What I'm thinking of doing is I need to find a gold or something that will go with this that's not too garish, and I'm going to do this on the inside, then a row of gold up next, then this, then another row of this, another row of this, and then we'll finish off with this, because it's 5 rows all together, and I just think if I do that and that, it's going to be a little bit too much of a muchness, I think. So I'm going to see if I can find a colour that's in the yarn that will go with this and fill it out a little bit. So that's my beginnings of my Ariana cardigan. I think I might do a bit on that tonight because I'm not in the mood to knit. Do you know, I've been doing the Garden Gate sweater, the Jennifer Steingass sweater, and I've done the neck here where it joins with the colour about 5 times. I keep increasing the stitches, and I keep going from like 115 to 260, and I've no idea why. I've no idea what's going on with the pattern. So it's in the naughty corner. Here we are. It's back in the naughty corner, so it can stay there for a while. But now I've finished me pouch, me Peary pouch. Incidentally, I had a look on her Etsy shop. She's not got these in at the moment. I don't know if she's going to get any more in, but she does have the pattern available. So if you're interested in the pattern, the link is was in the description bar below the last vlog, yesterday's vlog. So yeah, now I've done this, I've not really got anything on the needles at the moment that I want to work on, because I'm at a standstill with my shawl. I couldn't be bothered with the pattern, didn't want it identical to the other one. I'll show you that tomorrow. And now I've got to find a border to finish it off, and I'm not sure what colour to do the border, so that's in the naughty corner as well. So there's not much knitting going on at the moment, so I think I'll work on this tonight. I found my little stash bag of yarns, so we'll have a little look through that later and see what I can find in there. But there's not much making gone on today. Again, I'm really sorry. I know that's what you're here for, but I've just been so busy, and it's in between the rain showers, so I'm doing one thing and then it's raining, and yeah, you don't want to hear about that, do you? Anyway, the update with the doll, to any of you who saw my first vlog and followed along with my redo of the doll, the little girl was delighted with it, absolutely delighted with it. Couldn't prise it out of her hands from the minute she saw it, and she loves her. She said, I can't even remember what the face looked like before. She said it's absolutely wonderful. So that was a good endorsement from an 8-year-old. So yeah, she was very pleased with it. She's very happy to have her doll back, and very happy that her doll is not going to break, because she was so worried when she first got her back on Sunday, and she didn't want her sisters to play with her because she kept saying, but she might break, she might break. I said, she's not going to break now, she's fixed, everything's fine. She said, well, the arms are a bit floppy, are they going to fall off? And I was like, no, honestly, she's supposed to be like that, she's fine. So I'm sure in the next few days, as she settles into having the doll back, knowing it's not going to fall to bits, that she's going to thoroughly enjoy her. So yeah, that was a happy ending to a saga that was turning into a thing of, I was thinking, oh, I gave her a dud present. The present I gave was broke, what am I going to do? Nothing worse than giving someone a broken present. So anyway, the doll turned out wonderful. She's very happy with her, and I'm happy that it's now being loved again by the little girl again. So yeah, anyway, I thought I'd show you a couple of my charity shop finds. I've been looking around at vintage patterns again, because you know how I love looking at vintage patterns. I haven't done much vintage knitting, but I certainly love looking at them, and I found a couple of nice ones. This isn't very vintage, but I think it is from 90s. It's Willies of Stamford pattern. I think that's really nice. I was thinking of making that to go with my long skirts for the winter. So that's one. It is a waistcoat. It does have a bit of lace detailing in it, if you can see it in the shadow of the light. And yeah, it's a nice pattern. It takes 7 50-gram balls of double knit, So it does take up quite a lot, but I think that's because it's got such a tight lace pattern design. So that was one. That was 20p. This one was 10p. Now I really like this sweater, and I've got some yarn that I'm thinking, ooh, it might make up into a nice sweater, that. So I like that one. This is a King Cole pattern. Doesn't have the date on, but it does have one of those barcode things on. So I'm assuming it's only in the last couple of years. Yeah, it doesn't have any copyright on it, any copyright details. So yeah, like that pattern, might have a go knitting it, see how we get on. Now these are the vintage ones. I thought these were really, really nice. As you know, I've been knitting a odd pins jumper in fluffy wool, so I really like this one. I like the wavy pattern going down it here. Thought that was really nice. Be nice for the winter. So yeah, it's got a nice bit of lace on it. I do have some yarn left from my odd pins jumper, so I think that might be quite nice. Let's alter the light, shall we? Might be able to see the patterns then. Then there's this one. Now this is really nice. Again, it's got the lace detailing on it, and I thought this might be nice if I did it for the spring. It can be a cardigan as well. As you can see, it's got the cardigan bit there, but it's also a jumper. So I actually quite like the idea of doing the back twice, of knitting the back twice instead of doing the front. Let's have a look. The left, back, right, back, the front. Yeah, I actually quite like the idea of just doing this here twice and making it into a jumper without the big V, because I don't think I'd wear it as a cardigan. But then I could always, where are we? I could always do two then, and do one with the V and one without. So that one was 20p. Now this one made me laugh more because of the hairstyle. Doesn't she look wonderful with her beehive hairstyle? 1960s at its best. But yeah, there's no thing on this either. But it's Peyton's, and it's 9D, so it's definitely before 1973, before I was born. So yeah, I really like the yellow cardigan. It's got a lovely wave detail with little bobbles in between the waves. Not sure I'd do the bobbles. I'm no good at them. I'm rubbish at bobbles. It's not my strong point at all. It is a raglan sleeve, and there is a men's version. So maybe me and my husband could be twins. Now I really like this. I think this is really nice. I've got another pattern similar to this that's got a big collar on it, and I like the pattern, but I didn't like the collar. Now this is a nice compromise. I love the coloured work detail on it. There's an adult and a child. And yeah, I do actually fancy having a go at making that one. It is garter stitch and stocking stitch, and then there's kind of like this strange detail with the white in between that makes it look like it's got something thread through it. So I really like that. It's a double knit and an Aran. It depends which thickness yarn you want to use it in. It's mainly double knit, looking at the pattern, and it doesn't take that much yarn by the looks of it. 40 inch is 13 50-gram balls, 2 of colour B and 2 of colour C in a double knit. So yeah, I'll have to try and find some yarn for that, but I do really like it. I think it's a lovely little pattern. And again, that was 20p. But someone's obviously had a go of making it because they put their markings in it. But yeah, so I think I'd like to have a go at making that at some point. I really like it. I think it would be ideal for around here because I live in this jumper. This is my gingerbread sweater, and I knit it last year and I live in it. Absolutely live in it. So yeah, I do think that that would be a nice addition to my wardrobe. So that's that one. And then there was these. I've been looking everywhere for a decent tank top because I think it's so much better for me than sleeves. I'd rather just have the jumper bit here to keep me warm. Especially with all the work I do around here in the garden. I just think tank tops would be ideal. So I've got some variegated yarn. and I've got the crofter yarn, and I think it might be quite nice in that. It says it's a double knit, but if I knit the smaller size I could get away with using the chunky double knit. It says it only takes 6 balls of 50-gram patons, so maybe I'd get away with 5 in the chunky. So I really like that. Again, it's a patons, good design, simple to do, stocking stitch and rib, and it's the kind of thing you could use your hand spun yarn to knit, which is my intention really, is to spin to make my own clothes. So yeah, I think that's definitely worth a try. And then I found this, and it was £1. I wouldn't normally pay £1 for a second-hand pattern, but this is from the 1940s. It's called Home Chat, and has it got a date? 1950. Now I thought this was a lovely brochure, even just to look at the pictures. It's got a lovely picture of the lady on the back, and it's Bachelor's Wonderful Foods, Second Love Affair it says. So yeah, I think it's lovely, absolutely lovely. I love her dress. I think her dress is very pretty with her gloves and her white shoes. I think she looks very smart. But yeah, it's got some lovely bits and bobs in it. It's more of a magazine with a knitting pattern in it. And it's just a bit of nostalgia, I suppose. It's got a personal advert on it there. So yeah, it's a really interesting book. It's got some little fashion drawings, and it says Seen in Paris. It says Lady with the Past, little story. And then there's another one, Something to Nag About, Say Hello to Sam, and some lovely pictures, old pictures of fashion and patterns. And then more stories. So it was more of sort of like a Woman's Weekly kind of magazine, I think. But it's just lovely to see the fashions and the pictures. There's a recipe for these delicious extras are so easy to make when you follow Gladys Owen's recipe. And it's Viennese shortbreads. Viennese shortcake. So yeah, I'm very happy with my purchase. I just think it's really nice to look through all the old pictures. I mean, look at him. Doesn't he look handsome in his clothes there? So yeah, I just thought, oh, there is a knitting pattern. A tank top, an Aran tank top for a man. So yeah, there was one pattern in there, but it's just a lovely little old 1950s booklet with a bit of history and a bit of nostalgia in it. And I just love the lettering and everything down here. I think it's lovely. So yeah, they're my charity shop purchases that I've found. I will keep looking to see what else I can find. But I think that's it for me for today. I'm going in. That's enough waffle. And I'm going to go and do some more on my Ariana jumper and see if I can do some squares this evening and have some squares to show you tomorrow. So yeah, enjoy the rest of your evening, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Bye bye.